We believe Stanley is guilty. Our first piece of evidence Stanley is guilty is that he was running with the shoes and hiding them.
We believe Stanley was hiding the shoes so nobody will see him, which is a reason what proves him guilty.
Stanley said the shoes fell from the sky, which is really unlikely to happen, and looks a little weird whilst he said this.
The shoes were worth $5,000 and all of the money would go to charity for the homeless people so they could have food and shelter. What kind of person would not want this to happen? Stanley also had a poster of Clyde Livingston, which is also evidence for why he wanted to steal the shoes. All of our evidence we found proves that Stanley is guilty. Thank you for listening.
Judge, we feel that Stanley is innocent.
Because the shoes hit him on the head and he ran home to give them to his father, so therefore he couldn't have stolen them.
As evidence shows, Stanley did not know that they were Clyde Livingston's shoes.
In addition, the policeman had no proof that Stanley had stolen the shoes. He just saw Stanley running and assumed that he had stolen them.
Besides, the shoes came out of nowhere and had hit him on the head. But if you think about it, how could he have been at the homeless shelter and near the school at the same time?
The shoes also stank and were old, so who would ever want them?
To be fair, even if Stanley did steal them, and if they were worth so much money, why was there nothing guarding them?
Anyways, Stanley was walking away from his miserable day at school. Why would he want to steal a pair of trainers?
Please, Judge, think carefully about this and let Stanley go.
We are speaking to defend Stanley Yelnats' case of shoe robbery.
Firstly, we don't have evidence that he actually stole them, and Stanley says that one hit him on the head.
Additionally, he was under a freeway, so it was likely that they could have fallen on him.
Besides, he had no clue they were Clyde Livingstones, and if they were, then why would he want to rob them as he is his hero?
Furthermore, Stanley didn't have time to get from school to the homeless shelter.
Finally, he was running because he was excited to get home, as he wanted to help his dad with his new invention.
In other words, we believe that Stanley Yelnats is innocent and should not be proven guilty.
Thank you for listening.
We're speaking in defence of Stanley Yelnats' case of shoe robbery.
I think Stanley is innocent because if he was guilty, he would have hidden the trainers, but he showed the trainers in public, so he is innocent.
I agree to that statement too, because Stanley is too young to devise such a plan, and he wouldn't be able to start a business because the people who are selling to Stanley would ask him, since you're so young, how did you get so £5,000?
I also believe that Stanley didn't have time to say what his statement was to the officer, and I believe that if he did have time to say it, then the officer would let him go.
I believe Stanley is innocent because if he was guilty, he would have ran past the police car, but he did not, so he is innocent.
I'm sure that Stanley Yelnats didn't know that they were Clyde Livingstones. If he did, therefore he would have given them back. Stanley probably looks guilty in the judge room because he is only 12 and it's the first time he's been in court, so he would be quite nervous.
Thank you for listening.
Without a doubt, Stanley Yelnats is innocent. Thank you for listening to our judgment. Judge, Stanley Yelnats is guilty of stealing world-renowned baseball player Clyde Livingston's sneakers. We know this because police investigated his bedroom and found a poster of Clyde Livingston.
Several months ago, he was caught with Clyde's shoes, which were going to be sold at a grand price of £5,000 at a homeless shelter.
The patrollers stated that Yelnats ran away with the sneakers at late afternoon. Because of this, we assume he was hurrying to get to his house.
Due to our investigation in his bedroom, we think that he is a massive fan of Livingston, but this is no reason to be stealing trainers which were going to be sold at a homeless shelter and the money for charity. Our cops have found pictures and plans of Yelnats trying to steal the shoes.
Thank you for listening to our statement. We think that Stanley is innocent for many reasons. Firstly, Stanley was walking home and his sneakers fell from the sky. We witnessed that they fell from the top of the car.
Also, Stanley clearly didn't steal the shoes because he can't be at two places at once.
They must have fallen from the sky since he has a bruise on his head. Besides, there were blood stains on the shoes and in his hair. Also, he wouldn't want to steal shoes that smelt because he has a keen sense of smell. For all the reasons above, you can see that Stanley is innocent. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to having your judgment.
It's assertion that Stanley is guilty.
Firstly, he was running with the shoes. Furthermore, Clyde Livingston, who claimed they were his shoes and had been stolen from the homeless shelter and would be sold for £5,000 to raise money for the poor.
In addition, Stanley had said they had fallen from the sky, which is more likely to happen if they were God's shoes.
For this reason, I feel that all of Stanley's words are a lie.
Likewise, he was also running with the shoes and was furious when the policeman was questioning him. This is because he was scared to not get caught.
We have finished our statements, but as you can see, Stanley is guilty.
Thank you.